Okay, everybody, we have head coach Sean Nahas here with us ahead of the Courage trip to Washington for Decision Day this Sunday, 5 p.m. kickoff. Coach, for starters, going into the last day of the season, obviously it's going to be a whirlwind day with everybody playing at the same time, a lot on the line. Just kind of take us through the mindset of the team here heading into the final match of the regular season.
Yeah, just play our game. I can't control everyone else's game. We just have to go and perform and, hopefully find a way to get some type of result. We haven't really talked about it all week, or I think the players know they're professionals. So yeah, we just have to go and perform, and regardless of how our game goes, I'm not really worried about the other games because we don't control those. So I think the group is excited, but it's always an interesting dynamic when you have to go get something out of the result. So we'll see.
Jay?
Yeah, I mean, does that give you a little bit of peace of mind, less anxiety, whatever, to know that for you and your team, it is under your control, that you don't have to worry about don't have to scoreboard watch it all?
No, I mean, I think we get, as coaches, we get that way regardless if it's the first game of the season, because you want your team to perform well. And like I've said all along, if you look back at our season, no one's going to tell me that the season's not a success regardless of what happens. I don't think that would be fair, but it's obviously always better to control your own fate, but that sometimes can add a little bit of stress and pressure and self-imposed. But if we are who we are and we've stayed consistent with what we've done all year, then I think things will be okay. I think you're playing against a good side who's doing this in for the same thing, so nothing is easy. And obviously you'd love to take care of it because you're in control, but sometimes that's not reality. I mean, we've dominated the last several games and can't score goals all of a sudden. So it's just the way the game goes.
Well, you touched on it too. How, after that, grind of the Challenge Cup, what do you think about the way your team's been playing since then? A couple draws in there, like you said, a couple of hard scored goals.
Yeah, we haven't performed poorly. We've performed quite well, actually. I think you look at the rain game, we had 24 shots and a couple of great saves by Claudia, and last week, he creates a couple of really good chances, and Pogarts clears it off the line, and Sheridan makes a great save on the free kick, and then a couple other chances. But that's why we play, and you're playing against good sides who are competing, and everyone's in it at this stage of the season. So you can't fault our players. It's not anything that we're not doing. We're just not able to score goals right now, and that's attributed to the opposition too. If it was that easy, games would be 10, 11, 12, but that's not reality. So yeah, I don't think we've had a bad performance all year, to be quite fair to the group. So we just continue to plug away, and hopefully we have another good performance and things go our way.
One of those really strong performances was against Washington, and so the last time out, do you have to say anything guard against, hey, let's, just because the result was so much in our favor last time, let's not take this matchup for granted? You have to say that. What would you?
Sure, I don't talk about that stuff. That game is over. That's a one-off, and hopefully as a club we don't talk about that leading into the game either. We don't need any chalkboard talk, and I'm not about that. It's behind us, and so like when we do these types of things and you see people talk about the last game, that's the last game, and it's not the same players that were playing in that game, and they're a different side, we're a different side, but I don't want to see any talk about that. If I see any talk about that, that's when I sort of lose it, because it has nothing to do with this upcoming Sunday. This is a one game, and pre-game matches and bullet points. The only thing we should be talking about is how we performed and things like that, but no bulletin material for me.
What would you say at the beginning of the year to know that your team is in this position, and I imagine how much more confident you are in this group now compared to where you may have been at the beginning of the season, just with how mature they've been able to play beyond their years in pressure situations?
Yeah, I mean, I've said it a million times. Every writer that sits on their couch at home said we were going to finish in dead last, and I was cool with that. I mean, people can say what they want to say, but I think the way we've played is what's more enjoyable for me. And I've said it. This group has been so much fun to coach and watch their evolution, and and have people talk about the group in a positive light and what we've done and how we performed and how we played, and have, you know, your peers say how good of a team we have, how well we play and how difficult it is to play against us. That means more to me than anything. That means more to me than sometimes where we are in the standings, because people are recognizing what we're doing. And yeah, I mean, I think the group has deserved everything they've gotten, and doing it in a way that we believe, with an identity and a style that was new to the club. So, you know, people maybe say, oh, the group's punching above it. No, we're just playing the way we've trained all year long, and it works for us. So, yeah, we're excited about the foundation that we've built, and where we go from here. That's up to us as a club and a staff to build upon it. But these players deserve all the credit in the world for doing what they've done this year. It's been pretty cool.
Good. We'll turn it over to Zoom. Victoria, you can lead us off.
Thanks, Sean. You just kind of touched a little bit on the ways that you think that North Carolina has surprised people around the NWSL. What are some ways that Washington has probably surprised people given their expectations going into the season from your point of view?
I'm not going to talk about Washington, Vic. They're a good side, and you know they're in a trend. They're in a little bit, but they're a good side, and they have some of the best attacking players in the league, and a great goalkeeper, and Sam Staub, and you know they brought in some new pieces, and they're a different side than what we played. But I can't talk about other teams and what my expectations are of them. That's not fair to them. And I know that you know what Mark does and his staff does, and with that group and the time and effort they put in. But I'm not there every day, so I can't talk about what their expectations are. All my only expectations are what from my group, what we do every single day in training. But I just know Washington's a good side, and we have to be ready to go on Sunday.
Nicholas, go ahead.
My question's got asked.
Okay, great. Spectrum, anything? Okay, great. Thanks everybody, Sean. Thank you.
Thanks, Patricia.